Hey, what's up everybody? It's Kellen here from Start Your Systems, and welcome back to MX Bikes, where today we're doing another edition of Track Walk and playing a track called Walnut MX, or maybe Sunset Ridge MX, I guess. I don't know which one is like the actual way to go here, because it seems like this track is the same Walnut MX that's in Walnut or just outside of Walnut, Illinois, and it's actually called Sunset Ridge MX right now. So maybe you guys in that area know them as either or, but yeah, this is Walnut MX. It's by a username of Fat Muppet 10, I think was his username. And it's been a while since I've done a track walk in MX Bikes. It's been a while since I've just straight up done any like commentary videos in MX Bikes. I've been leaving it a lot to my buddy Zach to do some basically just hot laps of him playing the Supercross tracks this year, because he's very good at the game and I am okay at the game, but definitely not as good as he is. So I've been letting him kind of like show off the game a little bit more. But wanted to get back into a track walk today. I wanted to do more track walks of late and kind of just loaded up this track. I just basically kind of picked it at random off the MXB mods page, and looks pretty fun. So putting in some laps out here and just kind of going to talk you through the track a little bit. One thing I don't really know about this track like at all is the type of soil or anything like that in real life. Given that it's Illinois, I assume it's something somewhat similar to like a redbud, maybe a little bit more of like a loose clay base than redbud is, though, because redbud is maybe I would say like probably like 5 hours from where this track is, so it's not like that close, but it's still in like that same general area, and it's right around the Great Lakes. So I'm in fifth gear. So anyway, yeah, I don't really know like the soil type or anything, but it does seem like this track is just a very fast, flowy racetrack, and Fat Muppet here has done a really good job of like replicating that feeling. Very wide open in every corner. Like I feel like I don't really need to leave probably like third gear at all, but definitely feel like I'm I'm flying around the track here and always just in a high gear. But I like that because I like tracks like that in MX Bikes where it does feel, I don't know, like easier, I guess. Like some people don't love tracks like that because there's not really any separation. You're just kind of doing the same thing as everybody else around you, especially if you're doing like an online race or something like that. But for this casual play, it's always fun to load up a track and it feel like it clicks pretty easily. Like I would prefer, more tracks like this in the game, just because you get more of the base users, the new people to the game, to actually want to play the game because they, think a track like this is enjoyable. So I like that. It definitely has like a very like local cross-esque type feel for the track. So I feel like you'd have, some fun like little lowbrow local race series stuff in MX Bikes by playing this track. And I could definitely see it being used in a little bit of like a track rotation. I have no idea if it is already. It probably, is one of those tracks that some people have raced on for a series, but I really don't know too much about the series in MX Bikes, personally speaking. So, but yeah, overall good track. I like the flow a lot of these sections have. It seems like kind of every section has a rhyme or reason of how much speed you need to attack it with and stuff like that. There's not just like a random wall jump mixed in or scrub jump in the middle of nowhere or something like that. It seems like every corner flows into a nice set of jumps, and really, as long as you're just kind of like connecting all of your lines, like it's quite easy to clear all the jumps and flow from corner to corner. So I like that feeling. And obviously I feel like for maybe newer players that are looking to pick up this game because they like whipping, this track has plenty of opportunities for you to throw whips on it, like lots of big booter tables and triples and stuff like that. Like this table's a lot of fun to lay it over on. Going a little bit long there. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna get kicked sideways. But this table, and then the table triple down this like back straightaway. So you come around this corner and you go over like a little table, then a roller, and then the table triple that I'll come up on. Like I feel like this whole section back here just feels really good. Oh, it's a table into a double, forgot about that. But yeah, this section, like you can totally come up to this jump in like third gear and just kick out a little like leaned over kind of oppo whip, and then come into this one and then lay over a nice big actual regular whip, and it's just like a nice fun flowy feeling. It's not one of those types of tracks that you have to think too much about how much speed or how hard to attack something. Like I pretty much have played this track maybe 10 laps so far, and I feel like I've got all the preferred lines down, the kind of corners that the kind of ruts in the corners that you need to hit and everything like that. So yeah, I would definitely rate this track very highly. And for anybody that's trying to pick up the game and play it for the first time, another track that would be fairly easy for you to learn on, I feel like. So well done, Fat Muppet 10. Congratulations on the good replica. Curious though, and would love to hear your guys' thoughts in the comment section below. Like, how close does this resemble, Walnut, aka Sunset Ridge? Like, is it pretty straight up similar to this? Is there, more elevation change? Are the jumps fairly correctly scaled? Would love to hear your guys' thoughts on that. I do know my buddy Byron, he lives kind of around this area, or did live and grew up around this area. So I'm pretty sure he's been to this track a few times, but I didn't pitch the idea of him telling me more facts about the track beforehand, because I really just kind of loaded it up and decided to play it today. So, yeah. But I like this track. Very fun, very fast, flowy track. Yeah, like I said, just for beginners, you're going to like this track, I think. It's a fairly easy one to learn on if you're getting into MX bikes, which, by the way, so I've been doing a lot of Supercross 4 content, and MX bikes has been kind of like my go-to sim game race lately. Obviously, I still cover the sim races in MX Simulator, but MX bikes has been a little bit more fun for me lately, just because it's still very, pretty new, exciting, a lot more new tracks popping up, and all my buddies are playing it a lot. And if you guys are keen on playing MX bikes yourself, be sure to head over to mx-bikes.com and try it out. I believe just like sim, the demo is free, so you can see how it feels. But even if not, go on your Steam store on your PC and get MX bikes. It's not too expensive. It's got a multitude of things that you can play on it. It's going to be frustrating at first, the same way sim has always frustrated people who pick it up right away. But if you give it a little bit of time, this game has some really good assists to help you kind of learn it with traction control and auto shifting and auto clutch, and it kickstarts the bike for you and different things like that. You can turn that all off and make it much more simulated and realistic. But for beginner players, it has a lot of things that can help you pick up the game quickly and not feel like you're literally breaking your back to do so. So yeah, mx-bikes.com, like I said, it's a fun game. I would definitely recommend. Especially if you're a big fan of motocross. Like, if you really enjoy motocross and the Supercross and MXGP and MXRC TV games are bothering you. I know, like, a lot of people say they wish this was on console and stuff like that, but then we don't get tracks like this. Paboso, who develops the game, he puts some good tracks in the game, no question about it, and they're definitely a lot of fun for stock tracks, but, you don't get the custom user-created content stuff like this without the game being on basically PC exclusively. So yeah, I always kind of pitch to people that say, like, if you're a big moto fan and you like playing motocross games, but you're annoyed by the arcade-ish style of the console stuff right now, invest in a PC, quite honestly. Like, you're going to have a lot of fun playing bikes and sim. You'll be frustrated, no doubt, but eventually you will have quite a bit of fun, because you'll feel like, oh, this is the level that these console games could aspire to. Obviously, they're never going to go that way because they're always going to try to cater more to the arcade side fans, but these games definitely have a lot of fun value and some really cool, unique aspects that make them kind of just more fun and playable for diehard motocross fans. So, yeah, MX Bikes. Little plug there. Wasn't trying to, like, drop a sponsored MX Bikes plug, but hey, it's a fun game. And as you guys have seen how much we've been posting it up on the channel lately, we play it a lot. We have a lot of fun with it, and it's something that's probably here to stay for a while. These series, these more pro-ish series keep popping up, and a lot of those look like a lot of fun, quite honestly. It's just very hard for me to put in the time to be as fast as a lot of those guys, but I do enjoy seeing all my buddies go out and compete in them, and just like sim, it's not quite full-blown the level of sim just yet with the ridiculously gnarly series with a ton of sponsors. Like, a couple series have some sponsors to it and they're streaming them and stuff like that, but it's bike still has a couple more steps, I feel like, to take before it's reached that kind of elite level that sim has reached with its pro series. But it's coming around, and I feel like we're not that far away at all from that step finally being completed and MX bikes becoming kind of the dominant force for the sim genre, at least in the next, I don't know how long it's going to go. I don't think many people thought sim would last for basically 14 years, but it has. And bikes definitely, if it continues to develop and continues to, slowly make improvements and get better, can certainly go a decade as well. So I'm curious to see how that whole process lays down. And if you're looking to get into something before it really takes off, then bikes might be a good way to start, because once those series hit their peak and a lot more players start coming on and you know, more tracks and stuff like that are being built, like you're gonna feel like you hit it at the right time, I guess. So yeah, my little recommendation / advice of the day. I'm gonna finish up this lap here though. Just kind of been putting in the same laps over and over again, throwing whips when I can. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Please be sure to head down to the description below to download the track if you guys want to play it for yourself. And if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, hit up the comment section. I'm happy to answer any questions about this game or about how to get tracks in game or anything like that. I know you guys sometimes struggle with that, but I'm always here to help and happy to do so when you guys ask for it. So again, thanks so much for stopping by. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this edition of Track Walk in MX Bikes, and we'll see you guys in the next one. So long for now.